everybody, it's Vanessa here and welcome to my dyslexic life. So today I wanted to talk about doing online shopping and what I think is really interesting is shopping as a dyslexic online. So over, here in New Zealand we've been in lockdown due to COVID, and the first little bit of lockdown you're kind of like, yeah, I'm going to get so much done and I'm going to get all this stuff organised, and then that kind of motivation goes, doesn't it? And then I don't know about you guys, but I'm like, oh, I'll just have a little look at online. And I think it's so interesting because when I shop online, I see a picture of what something is going to look like. And I think it's really interesting because I don't think about, what's in my wardrobe that's going to go with these clothes. Or I don't think about, potentially, I don't have the same shape as I did 10 years ago. And I was in New Zealand, it was winter, or not winter, but it was still quite cold. And I was looking at some international sites and some of the sale items, and obviously it was in the UK, so it was all kind of summery. And it was so fascinating because I ordered 2 dresses online, and when they turned up, oh my goodness, I was like, what was I thinking when I ordered this? And I put them on and they just looked nothing like I thought they were going to look like. And I realised what I'd been doing is I'd kind of been shopping, thinking about the last time that I was in the UK and, when I used to live overseas. And that was quite a long time ago now. And I was, I used to live in a warm country, so I was constantly had a nice tan and was really healthy. And I realised I'd kind of, these dresses that I'd bought would have been perfect for that time in my life. And I just thought, isn't that funny? That's what happens when you're dyslexic. I'd bought these dresses imagining my life was still kind of how it was back then. And I'm talking like 10 or 12 years ago now. And I was kind of picturing myself wearing them at the type of events that I used to go to or the type of places that I used to go to. And I could picture it, and I'm like, oh, that's going to be so lovely. It's going to be this beautiful summer dress, and I can see myself walking into a hotel lobby, or I can see myself, kind of outside in this really warm environment. And the reality was, when those dresses turned up, they were absolutely beautiful, but they are not kind of the type of dresses that I would wear now. Given that I live in New Zealand now, and as I've said, it's actually 10 or 12 years later, so I don't look exactly the same as I used to. But it was so interesting because, because we're so visual, and this is the thing, dyslexics use the right hemisphere of our brain. We visualize things to think about them. So someone else might have gone on to that site and kind of gone through the same process as me, but then they would probably have that linear thought pattern. Hang on a minute, these dresses don't suit the situation that I have now. Potentially they're not going to look the same. So the dresses won't look like they would have 10 years ago. I won't buy them. But for me, the dyslexic shopping experience was I could imagine myself wearing them. And I was imagining myself back, 10 or 12 years ago. And that just seemed so real. It didn't even enter my head that it probably wasn't the best thing to order these dresses. So, of course, when they turned up, I was like, I can see exactly what's happened here. Exactly. And so I packaged them up and sadly sent them back. But I just thought this is the type of thing that happens when you're dyslexic, right? You kind of get lost in this daydream or in your imagination. And, sometimes you make decisions from that place rather than kind of being in where you are in the present moment. So I'm not too sure if you guys can relate to this. I just thought it was a really fascinating experience. And of course, I think that's the difference now. You know, when you can accept your dyslexia, when you understand why you do these things, then I just kind of smiled. I laughed. I thought it's a shame that the dresses won't work with my life now. And I packaged them up and sent them back and got my money back. So no big drama, right? But before I'd known about my dyslexia, I would have felt so awful, because I would have been like, oh, why did I spend that money? Why did I get these dresses? Oh my God, you know, they don't fit me anymore. Oh, you know, I'm such a bad person, or I'm so wasteful, or whatever it is I would have been telling myself. But in reality, it's just those pictures in my mind were so powerful that I kind of was imagining myself, you know, in this life, wearing these dresses, what I was going to do. You know, I even imagined talking to my friends in them. You know, that's how vivid our imagination is. And it is an amazing thing when you understand how it works and how to use it. So I hope you've enjoyed my dyslexic life, and as ever, please just put any comments or questions. I always love hearing from you, and I hope you have a great day. See ya.